Welcome to episode 2 of Marriage Bonanza. Okay, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have you been celebrating?
Been a good day.
So, Marriage Bonanza is a game show where we talk about marriage and conflict resolution, and marriage and conflict are fun.
Yay! Conflict!
So, for those of you joining us, if you're watching this live on Facebook, drop a comment. This is fun. If you are joining us for the after party, drop a hashtag after party. And we are super excited to bring you Brian and Christie today. Brian and Christie have been married for 13 years.
Yep.
That's right.
Have 2 boys, Matthew and Joey, 9 and how old?
7.
9 and 7, and they keep you on your toes.
Indeed.
And the family is currently addicted to Mario Kart
Yes.
on
Very
Nintendo
much so.
Switch.
Yes.
And when there is a fight about who gets to be which character
Oh,
in Mario
gosh.
Kart, how do you figure it out?
We just get confused because we'll have the same character 3 times on
Yeah.
the course, and it gets very confusing and weird. But I just got to be Blue Yoshi. That's how it's got to go.
You've got to be what? Blue Yoshi?
Blue Yoshi.
And I'm White Yoshi.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Good deal. And are you ready for our game today?
Yep.
Oh, we're ready.
What possessed you to participate in a crazy game like this?
Well, we really like you, Daniel. So we thought,
You're just flattering me.
can't go wrong with the Robertsons.
But we'll see. Maybe we'll feel differently at the end of this. I don't know.
And
Either way.
we think we're, pretty good on our toes.
Yeah, we think we're all right.
And funny.
Yeah.
And we're still married after 13 years. So
Well,
Why not?
Christie, you are creative, and we enjoy all of your song parodies.
thank you. And you know what? Like now the boys, even though they're only 7 and 9, they'll just like walk through the house and just like randomly make up a parody of some song, like as they're walking to the bathroom or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's good.
gotta poo, like,
Yeah,
So our whole life is just one big parody.
pretty much.
I love it. We do the same thing. Like at bath time, it's wash your body. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
I like it.
yes.
I like it.
Yes. Very
Wash
nice.
your body. Okay. So, again, this game is called Marriage Bonanza. And the rules of the game are, do we still have music?
No.
Okay. You guys are going to have to help me out because I don't have music in the monitor.
Okay.
But here are the rules of the game. And let me know if you ever can't hear me. Okay? So here are the rules of the game. You're going to have about, maybe 120 to 140 points possible. And I'm going to keep track of the points over here. We start with 0 and work all the way up to 100. And if you reach 100 points, you get a prize. Okay? So today's prize is, tell me if you can see this. This is our rooster, Ricky.
Oh, Ricky the
Wow.
rooster.
Yep. And the reason why this is your prize is because nothing brings a couple closer together than a common enemy. Don't ask me why we're trying to get rid of our rooster, Ricky.
Ain't that the truth?
So, I forgot to introduce you that Brian, you are a church pastor, and Christy, you are an occupational therapist.
Yep.
Just to give the folks watching at home a little bit of context. And we appreciate being able to put you on the spot today. If anybody is watching at home, put a "This is fun" down in the comments. And if you're joining us for the after party, give us a hashtag after party. Okay, so there's going to be 3 parts to this game. And each part you're going to have a chance to win points. And we already told you what the prize is. And so are you ready for the first game?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
You still have music?
Yes.
Still have music.
All right. So the first game is called Good Advice. Let's do this. Good advice, bad advice.
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully that echo effect is working. I really need to get. My sound guy is going to be fired because he didn't even show up to work today, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so the first game is Good Advice, Bad Advice. You've got it, red and green. So I'm going to read marriage advice, and you're going to have I'm going to give you 4 minutes, and I'm going to rapid fire this marriage advice at you. And you tell us whether it's good advice or bad advice. If you put up the green, good advice. If you put up the bad advice. And if you are the same, you get a point. If you say the same thing, you get a point, right? Now, some of these are tricky. We want to recognize that, okay, every situation is unique. So some of these will go with maybe the general rule. Or if there are some of these that are like, okay, that might work for somebody, but that's not what we do in our marriage, then you can kind of lean that way. Just want to give you a little bit of coaching there, because otherwise some of these are kind of tough. I was surprised about some of the responses. So anyway, who is ready to play?
Ready.
Okay, good advice, bad advice. Ready. On your mark. Get set. Okay, first question. A good marriage is one where each partner suspects they got the better deal. All right. Conflict is a sign that a marriage is in trouble. Okay. Marriage is easy when you find the right person.
I guess I saw what she did, but.
All right, we need you guys to speak up a little bit. Learn your partner's love language. When a man brings his wife flowers for no reason, there's a reason. Molly McGee. Don't get married young. If you disagree about something, just don't talk about it so it doesn't become a fight. Put your spouse before your kids.
I was trying to process what you said.
A good marriage takes work. All right. How much work?
Quite a
This is
bit.
Bonus question. Bonus point. How much work?
Yeah, quite a bit.
As much work as you want to put into it to make it work.
You get what you put in?
That was beef.
Pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, next piece of advice. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
I mean, not literally, but yeah.
Okay. Marriage is a workshop. The husband works and the wife shops.
I mean... Wait, no!
Wait. You're saying no? Okay. Open marriages, to each their own.
Ooh.
Marriage is a walk in the park. Jurassic Park.
I mean, do you get eaten while you're sitting on the toilet by a dinosaur?
I'd say it's quite Jurassic Park.
No, not Jurassic
Occasionally, like a sketchy park after dark, maybe. I don't know. But...
A kiss without a mustache is like an egg without salt.
Ew. Who wants an egg without salt?
That's a Spanish proverb.
Also, I can't grow facial hair, so...
Okay, the number one thing a wife needs is love. The number one thing a man needs is respect.
Oh, that's...
I think
For the record, I hate that saying.
Yeah, I think it varies from person to person.
Yeah.
Okay, you are tracking together a lot, but I don't want you to run out of time. Okay. It's okay to be mad at your spouse for something bad they did in your dream.
I've totally done that.
Okay, marriage is a triangle, and there's the one spouse, the other your partner, and God. When you move closer to God, you move closer together.
What?
Yes, that's true, but I don't love that analogy. I think it has its strengths and weaknesses.
Okay. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yes, I'm very pro being close to God, just so we're clear.
I hear you. I hear you. There's a lot of popular Christian teachings out there. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Oh yeah, totally.
Bonus point if you can tell me the name of the author or the play that came from.
Oh, that's from a play. Well, that sounds like something like a Shakespeare.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shakespeare. I don't really know Shakespeare that well, so I wouldn't know the play.
I thought it was Shakespeare until today. It's William Cosgrove from his play The Morning Bride in 1697.
Wow.
That was going to be my next guess.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were going to guess William Cosgrove. Okay. You did quite well. Good job. Okay, let's count up your points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 points. Yep.
We're going to carbo load for the next round with some cake here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you feel about that? 18 points. You got a long way to go to get to 100.
We do, but like I said, we're carbo loading with cake, so we're going to be good.
Okay, while you're carbo loading, this is perfect because it's time for a commercial break from our sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need a little bit of music. All right, I got to go downstairs to get him here. So. Okay, just let me know when we're on. Oh, we're on right now? Okay, today's sponsor. Who's today's sponsor? Oh. Okay, today's sponsor is Daniel Robertson's Mediation and Conflict Resolution Services. You deserve a mediator who will do more than just walk your settlement offers back and forth. You deserve someone dedicated to your case. Okay, will you let me know when we're done? Are we done? Oh, we're still on? Okay. Oh my gosh. You know, commercial sponsors. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Thank you for that break. You guys all carbo loaded up?
Yep.
We're ready.
Okay. I think what you need is a new song for your next game. This game is a variation on a Newlyweds game, and you need a pad of paper and a pen.
Okay.
All right. You're ready to go. So this game, what we're going to do is we're going to take turns answering questions, and the other person has to guess what your responses were.
Okay.
But we just need some music.
I need to not see.
No, I'll hold it like this.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes. Does it matter who writes first and who?
These are going to be, let's have Brian write first. Okay. So if anyone's playing along at home, if you're watching at home, please put "this is fun" in the comments. If you're watching at the after party, hashtag after party. If you want to play at home, what you need is a pad of paper and a pen. If you're playing along, let us know your score. And if anybody else is watching and you like the last game, that good advice, bad advice, drop your favorite or best or worst marriage advice down in the comments. Okay. Brian, question number 1. And then Christie, of course, you're going to guess what his answers are. All right, Brian, question number 1. If someone is talking during the movie in the movie theater, what would Christie want you to do? I hope everyone's playing along at home. Let me know when you're ready for question number 2.
I'm ready.
Okay, question number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would Christie be if you took your boys to see the R-rated movie Predator?
What's 1 and what's 10? One is not
mad. One is not very mad.
Okay.
10 is very mad. Predator, the sci-fi action movie where an alien from outer space hunts a bunch of men in the jungle in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Sounds delightful.
Okay, number 3. If you received a $1,000 shopping spree to buy clothes, what, Brian? We'll give you two shots at this question. 2 shots. Each one of these is going to be for 5 points. But if you get one of these right, which store would you pick? $1,000 shopping spree to buy clothes.
Which store would I pick?
Let's do it for both of you. You've got 2 chances on this one. Which store would you pick? Which store would Christie pick for herself?
$1,000 shopping spree.
Gosh, I have no idea.
Brian, as a pastor, we know you have to be stylish. And you are.
So stylish.
Okay, does Christie dress you or do you?
I dress myself, and not very well.
Give me a break.
He asks for my advice all the time.
I ask everyone in the family's advice,
and I'm very honest.
She is.
It seems like you take Joey's advice.
Praise the Lord. I do not. I would be much more flamboyant in my dress if I did.
Every single Sunday where we show up to church, I tell Vanessa, I got to find out where Brian goes shopping. I need a jacket like that.
I do have some great jackets. I will agree.
We're wasting time. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even know where I would go.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'll figure something out. Let's go.
Brian, what is your best dad joke or a dad joke that you have said recently?
You want me to say it or want me to write it?
Write it down.
Oh gosh.
Like what I would say that he is.
Yeah, you're gonna guess his responses.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. All of them.
I'm constantly making terrible jokes, but
I mean, our boys now know, like, if they hear like a kind of lame joke, they're like, "Oh, that's the kind of joke Daddy would say."
They're not
a
wrong.
groaner.
Yes, indeed, big time. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'll figure that one out too.
What is a motto or phrase that has contributed to the success of your marriage?
Oh boy. I know. Come on, read my mind. Read my mind.
Come on, read my mind. That's it.
That would be a good one. Starring Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there we go.
That's
nice.
Something that you,
nice
it's
reference.
Advice, like the number one advice that you give people.
Oh, got it. Okay. She gave me a little hint there, but.
Okay. All right. Good.
This is so good. It's worth it. You could.
Okay, Christie, are you ready to share your responses?
Oh, that's it? Okay. Yes, I am. Okay. I'll take off my.
Okay. Number 1. What was Brian's response? If someone is talking during the movie in the movie theater, what would you want him to do? What was his response?
Ignore it?
Nothing.
Okay.
We just glare at each other.
Okay. Number 2, on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad would Christie be if you took your boys to see Predator?
Oh, 10, more than 10.
Yeah, 10.
So much 10.
10 million.
Okay. You're doing good. 5. You got 10 points so far. Okay. If someone gifted you, if you had a shopping spree, $1,000, which store would you pick to spend it? For clothing store.
You have your answers yet?
Yes, I got mine.
For me, I think he would say Target.
For you, Target. Okay.
And
for
then
Brian?
for him, Amazon.
Oh, really?
Those are good answers, better than mine.
What'd
I'd
you
say
put?
for me, REI, for her, Stitch Fix.
Oh,
man.
All right.
Stitch Fix would be a good one.
All right. I was like, I didn't know where you got all the jackets.
I did not get the jackets from REI.
But Brian hates shopping, like absolutely hates spending time looking around stores and picking things out. And he has like a 5-minute window, and after that, like he's out. Like he's like a toddler. Like, get me out of here. I'm not gonna stay here anymore, even if you bribe me with candy.
Oddly enough, I like clothes. I think I like clothes more than the average dude, but I hate shopping. Yep. She's not wrong about that.
So annoying.
So annoying.
Gotcha. Why is it annoying?
For me, why is it annoying? Because he'll say like, oh yeah, sure, well, let's go to the store together. And then we're in there for not even enough time to like pick something out to try on. And then he's like, I can't be in here anymore. I just have to go. And I'm like, well, then why are you here?
We don't shop together much. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, what's Brian's best dad joke? What did he say?
Yeah.
I don't think you have like one signature dad joke.
I don't.
There's like a saying that you say that you know that I hate that your dad, you got from your dad.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
A little closer to the microphone, Christy.
Oh, can you hear me now?
A little bit.
A little bit. There's a saying that he says that he got from his dad that drives me crazy, and he knows it drives me crazy. And it's like when we're getting ready to leave somewhere to like maybe go on the freeway or something, it's like, and we're off, like a herd of turtles.
And we're off.
I just hate it.
There's a list that dads have to say one of the things from the list. Like, let's
like a herd of
let's
I mean,
I
I'm constantly making puns or just telling dumb jokes. And
because he likes to get a laugh.
I do. I like to get a laugh, and I like to be weird. So, I don't know that I have a signature one, but she is correct. I do often use that phrase, and she does hate it. So I've started using it less, or whatever that's worth.
I'm having trouble hearing you. Okay, here's my dad joke. This is my favorite one. If somebody tells me they're cold, I say, go in the corner. It's 90 degrees.
Oh.
That's a good one.
The worst is when somebody says, hey, Dad, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad.
Yes.
Yes, used that one many times.
That's a definite groaner for me, but I still like my 90 degrees one. Okay. What is a motto or phrase that has contributed to the success of your marriage? Christy, what do you think he said?
Don't be an idiot.
Don't be an idiot.
Okay, all right. That is good advice if I ever heard it. Okay. All right. Hand the pad of paper over to Christy.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
ready.
First question. If you were going to get a tattoo tomorrow, what would you get, Christy?
Like I'm trying to guess what Brian would say.
No, you.
Like
what would you get?
Is this a real
Brian's
question?
Gonna guess.
Oh.
But yeah, what would I
tattoo
guess?
would you get tomorrow? And Brian's gonna guess your answer.
I see. Okay.
Boy, oh gosh.
I don't have any tattoos. So
All right. I won't ask you the location.
I said I don't have any.
I said I know, but of the one you hypothetically would get.
Tattoo.
I see.
Just for the record, I asked my wife this yesterday, and she knew right off the bat. I would get a sugar skull. Okay. Number 2, if your husband accidentally shrunk your favorite piece of clothing in the dryer, what would you do? What would you do or say?
Okay.
Number 3. You
Wait,
ready?
hang on, I'm not ready.
I do not put any of my wife's clothes in the dryer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there were clothes that couldn't go in the dryer. I said I have never bought such clothes.
Daniel, you need to experience the joys of merino wool clothing. It cannot go in the dryer. This shirt I'm wearing right now cannot go. That is the irony, is that I actually, since I wear merino wool all the time now, I'm the one who's like, hey, if you change the wash, these shirts can't go in the dryer. But
It is delightful. Very comfortable.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
As you should.
That was a long answer, but it's a good one.
You have to guess the answer word for word, Brian.
Oh,
5 points.
fantastic.
Okay.
There's
It's a long
just so many words that would be spoken in that scenario. I mean,
It would be
Okay.
comic relief. Let's just put it that way.
Question number 3, Christy. If you could pick one vacation spot for you and Brian for 10 days without the kids, where would you go?
Right. And I'm answering what I think he would say.
What would you say? What
So you
what
guess
would
what I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I have a guess.
Got it? Ready for the next one?
Nope.
Bakersfield.
Not ready.
If anybody's playing along at home, put a "This is fun" down in the comments. If you're joining us for the after party, hashtag after party.
What she's writing is longer than what my guess is.
Yeah, how could, like, what is this place called?
Now I'm just totally confused.
There might be a little bit of passive aggression in this game.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Fantastic.
The bedrock of a good marriage right there.
JP Sears has a funny video with his partner. And she said, and they're passive aggressive toward each other. It's really funny. Okay. What is the best birthday, Christmas, or anniversary gift Brian has given you? Okay,
Gosh,
ready?
Now I'm like. Okay.
I got her a snowstorm for our 13th anniversary, which is pretty impressive since our 13th anniversary is in September, as are all our other anniversaries.
Awesome. Okay, last question. If there was a movie about you, what actor should play Brian and what actor should play you, Christy?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Bonus points, what genre would it be? A musical, I hope.
This point.
Musical.
Obviously a musical.
Okay. Who would play Brian? Who would play me? Gosh, who would play me? Okay. Oh.
You ready for this, Brian?
This is not going to go well.
Yes,
I'll tell
this
you
is
that right
gonna
now.
be great.
Let me ask you guys.
Christy's
So
answer.
far in this game, do you feel put on the spot?
What? I feel very put on the spot, which is fine. I just, regret that I don't think I have good answers. But
Yeah.
I'm eager to see Christy's.
Yeah, these are difficult questions.
Okay, these are for 5 points each, you guys.
Okay.
You got to remember the stakes.
I know.
Because
If you give us that
Wait.
rooster,
Yes. I was gonna say, we don't actually get
it will be
rooster.
returning to you immediately. Just so we're clear. Go on.
there are no rules in marriage, Bonanza.
Let it roam free in the streets of 12 Bridges. See what happens.
Okay. All right, Brian, what did Christy say? If you were going to get a tattoo tomorrow, what would Christy get?
Some sort of Bible reference, Proverbs 3:5 maybe. I don't
What's
know.
oh.
Well, I guess that's not
Only
right.
my favorite verse in the
Only her
Bible.
favorite verse. Or I don't. She's just never expressed any interest in getting a tattoo, so I don't really know. But that'll be my guess.
But I have
Okay,
secretly
what did
saved
you
some screenshots on my phone of some ideas. This is what I put.
Faith.
Hey, there we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
close.
is on brand. I
wouldn't count it.
I wouldn't count it either.
Okay,
Most parents don't want the rooster.
Brian, what did Christy say? If your husband accidentally shrinks your favorite piece of clothing in the dryer, what would you do?
The first word I would hear coming out of the laundry room would be, really? 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 There'd be 3 reallys, followed by her holding it up to show me what I had done. And then her just completely exasperated, explaining to me how a dryer works and how she told me not to put this item in the dryer. and which whether or not she had, may or may not have occurred, but she would have definitely, with all of the confidence in the world, said she told me not to do that. And then there'd be another really with a shake. And then a glare and an eye roll.
That's very descriptive.
Show it to me right there. I got the order just right.
What did you say, Christy?
That's not what I wrote.
Oh,
Though
man.
I probably would do that at some point. So backstory real quick. Several years ago, we were at a family reunion for about a week in Montana. We were at a family reunion in Montana. And as we were packing up to come back to California, I said, I'll make sure I empty out all the drawers as you guys pack the car.
I was supervising the kids. She was packing our room.
Long story short, I forgot. I somehow didn't check the drawers that his clothes were in, and I left all his clothes in Montana.
True story.
I remember this.
And they were good clothes that he had brought for special occasion stuff, all his favorite clothes. So I feel like that's kind of the trump card on any clothing related thing.
Yeah, I'd have to destroy a lot of her
So
clothes.
I would say, well, at least you didn't leave all my clothes in Montana.
I just want to give you 5 points because it was so good.
Like that?
Okay. All right, Brian, what did Christy say? If you could pick one vacation spot for you and Brian for 10 days with no kids, where would you go?
Yeah, specifically Hawaii is what comes to mind. But Christy is a beach person, and I am not. So she would want to go any place.
Any place what?
With a beach.
Somewhere tropical, because we've never been anywhere tropical together. It's hidden.
Just so we had a vacation to Hawaii planned for December. Hashtag COVID.
The COVID.
Where was it supposed to be?
Maui.
Oh,
But,
sorry. I love Hawaii. I'm
It's
the
all good.
beach.
I love distance learning more, so it's okay.
yeah, it's the best.
I'm definitely the beach person, and Vanessa is the mountains person.
I love the mountains, but I love to lay at the beach, and Brian just doesn't have the patience for it. He will get too bored.
Bring my Kindle.
I love the waves. Okay. So I'll give you 5 points. Okay. What's the best birthday, Christmas, or anniversary gift Brian has ever gotten? Brian, what did you
The correct
say?
answer to this question is when I got her a trip to Las Vegas to see Matt Franco.
It was almost what I
Whatever
put.
is on the car. I don't even remember what else I'm giving you. That's even
Who's Matt
closer.
Franco?
It was almost what I put.
Okay, the correct answer is whatever.
He pulled off the surprise of a lifetime for my birthday, which is in August, and there were so many layers. It was amazing. But in most recent memory, I whine every morning. I wish I could just reach over and have my coffee right here. I don't have to get out of bed. So he got me a bedside Keurig for Christmas last week.
Okay. Both good answers, but since you didn't say the same thing, 0 points. Okay, if there was a movie about you, what actor should play Brian and what actor should play Christy? Brian, what did she say?
I have no idea.
I feel like saying who would play you in a movie is either either self-deprecating or arrogant thing. Obviously.
Nobody's judging you.
I'm
not anyway.
Who would? I don't know.
Who plays? I feel like who's the actor who plays Chandler in Friends?
Oh, the guy that plays Chandler.
Yeah, what's his name?
Matthew, is it Matthew?
The guy who plays
Matthew
Chandler.
Perry.
Matthew Perry. I'm not as good
Wait,
looking.
is that Matthew?
I'm not as good looking as him, but
Chandler. Okay.
I have a similar personality. Who would play? You know what? And while we're at it, we'll say that Courtney Cox will play.
That would be
Will
good.
play Christy.
I was going to say
I'm very Monica.
Natalie Portman and Adam Levine. Adam Levine, I don't know if you know, he is an actor.
Wow.
At least in the sense that he was on one episode of American Horror Story for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes. Nice.
Okay.
Highlight of his career.
Okay. I was going off of sort of looks for you and sort of sassy personality for me.
Please.
Keanu Reeves and Ali Wong.
Certainly right on the Ali Wong part.
I love Ali Wong. She's amazing.
She is very funny. Yeah. Not sure about Keanu there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 points. All right, let's add it up. Let's
We
add
did
it up.
okay on that
We
round.
did all right. Those are hard questions.
They were difficult, yes.
All right.
Time to carbo load again.
25 points. 25 points. Okay, here's the bad news. You only have 43 points, if I added correctly.
Uh-oh.
So unfortunately, since the last test happens to be worth, wait, how much did I say? 43? Oh yeah, the last game is worth 57 points.
How
about that?
What did you know? So if you get the last one, but the last game is the hardest. It is the hardest, but for 57 points, that's why.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a riddle. Are you ready for a riddle?
Mhm.
And if you're playing along at home, I hope you're guessing. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a riddle, and then I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and you can ask, you get one hint if you ask for it, and you ask me yes or no questions for 2 minutes, and then you got to buzz in. You each get a guess at the answer to this riddle. Okay? This is a conflict resolution, settle this dispute riddle. Okay? All right. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to set this for 2 minutes. Okay. I have a deck of cards. Matthew wants the deck of cards. Joey wants the deck of cards. Settle this dispute. What do you do?
And there's a correct answer?
There's a correct answer. That's why you get to ask the yes or no question.
A correct answer, like according to what perspective? Like psychology perspective, law perspective, child development perspective, shut the heck up perspective.
This is a conflict resolution riddle, and you're running out of time. It's a lateral thinking problem.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Does it involve splitting the deck in any manner?
That's an option. That's an option.
Okay.
One of your options to settle this dispute. You're their parents. You could tell them, you get half, you get half.
Right. Let's do that. Tell them they each get half.
Wait, you're supposed to buzz in if you have an
You're going to
answer.
buzz in? You want to do that as your final answer?
Oh, wait. No, I do not.
Does it involve Rochambeau?
You can use, that's an option. You can use Rochambeau if you want to make that your final answer. Rochambeau to decide who gets the deck. That's a legitimate. They don't do that in court, but that is an option.
You know, there's like Rochambeau like
Okay,
world
wasting
championships.
time
I
here.
know we are, but there's
That is an
Rochambeau
interesting
world
fact.
championships.
Okay.
Does it involve telling them to work it out, to figure
That
it
is
out?
an option. You could tell them to work it out.
I feel like
These
these
are not
answers are
helpful.
not
Very helpful.
I think they need help. They need help, though. That's not going to. They're
Yeah.
coming to you for guidance.
Does it
Guidance.
involve giving them options of what kind of games they could play with the cards?
No.
Okay.
Boy.
Does it involve asking them why they want the deck of cards?
Yes.
Does it involve teaching them a game they can play together with the deck of cards?
No.
We have 1 second left.
Was that a no?
We've lost time.
That was a no.
That was a
Okay.
no.
Go ahead and buzz in and give me.
I'm
All right.
buzzing in.
You've buzzed in.
All right, Christy.
Bad to the bone.
What would you do with this deck of cards? Can you make them both happy, or is this
No. Sorry, continue.
Both our kids happy at the same time? No, it's not going to happen.
I would tell them to split the deck and then play war.
Okay, that is not the correct answer to this riddle.
Darn it.
Brian, do you have?
I would determine who had the deck of cards first and decide how long that child could play with the deck of cards, and then have an agreed upon time at which possession of the deck would be transferred to the other party for a similar allotment of time.
That is a good guess. A legitimate parental decision. Not the correct answer to this riddle. And I'm going to save it and tell you off the air.
Oh,
man.
Because if anybody's watching, you might be the next contestants on this show. Okay, if you guys are watching at home, put a "This is fun" down in the comments. If you're joining us for the after party, #afterparty. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry to tell you, you did not correctly answer this riddle. It was difficult. It was 57 points, so it is a challenge. But Christie, you were on the right track by asking, why did they want it? That is the conflict resolution. What's the word? That's like lesson 1.
Oh boy.
Get to the underlying interests.
That's deep.
There's these competing positions. If we get to the underlying interests, can we find out a solution that makes everybody happy? Okay. So great job. Thank you for joining me today, Brian and Christie. Love having you. Love you guys. And I still owe you your soccer balls back, Brian.
It's all right.
At the park.
When you coach soccer, they give you 1 million of them.
So before we finish, let's see. Before we finish, okay.
Totally.
Since this is a show called Marriage Bonanza, this is about we want to ask you guys one final question, just to share some of your wisdom that you've gleaned from 13 years of marriage this September. And my question to you is, okay, 20 years from now, Matthew or Joey come to you and they say, Mom and Dad, you know, my wife and I were just fighting so much. What should we do? What do you guys tell them?
I mean, I think, you know, in a real world scenario, obviously you'd want to dig deep and to figure out what's going on. But I think something I think about all the time is that if you're going to be married or you're going to have a family, essentially what that requires of you is a willingness to sacrifice your own preferences a lot. And that doesn't mean you become a doormat, but it does mean that you sacrifice what is best for you or most convenient for you for the sake of your wife, your children, and that you do that with a good attitude and a willing heart. Now, I'm sitting next to my wife, who will tell you I am not perfect at that 100% of the time. However, I recognize that when I signed up to get married, I signed up for a life wherein I do not always get what I want. But the payoff of that is significant. So I would counsel my son to say, okay, what does it look like for you to sacrifice for the good of your wife in whatever it is you're dealing with? And let's talk through how can we do that in a healthy way.
Awesome. Good perspective. Christie, do you have anything to add?
Well, I would refer back to life rule number 1, which is don't be an idiot.
Also, maybe you're just being an idiot and knock it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Gosh, yeah, that's hard. I would listen, obviously, and ask a lot of probing questions just to help him process out loud. I don't know. You're fighting a lot.
I mean, like my answer is really cool.
Some encouragement.
Yeah, I would be like, dude, be nice. Do something nice for her. Just chill. Stop being
Chill
stupid.
out. That's my advice. Take a chill pill. Okay, not literally, but just, whatever. Okay. Think back to the time when you guys, Brian, you proposed to Christie. Brian, what was one thing you loved about Christie that made you want to propose? Christie, what was one thing that you loved about Brian that made you want to say yes?
Just one. How do I choose? Gosh, I think that our relationship has always kind of had as its cornerstone communication, and just kind of saying, hey, I mean, relationships are difficult and their work, and like ours is difficult, and we have our own problems, and like I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we don't. But at the end of the day, maintaining open communication and being able to just fit together in that, and to have fun and to laugh and to be able to be honest with one another. I just felt like that was a part of our relationship from the beginning. And that's what made me think that Christie is someone I could spend the rest of my life with, and makes me to this day someone I'm delighted to spend my life with. So yeah, I think broadly speaking, just kind of communication and honesty, and she's super hot. So
I love it.
Awkward.
Let me tell you something. When Vanessa and I, early in our marriage, we were fighting. I can't even remember. It was one of those fights where you're fighting over something so stupid. And I was like, why are we fighting? And so I just told her, shut up, you're hot. She started laughing, and now it's a saying in our marriage.
That's awesome.
Years later.
I love it.
I like it.
For me, I would say that we were just best friends. Like, we just understood each other, and obviously we are not the same person, and we can have very opposite characteristics, but we had kind of similar life goals and similar perspectives on just like how you treat people, and kindness, and honesty, and all of that. And he's really funny.
I am very funny.
Awesome.
Even though I make fun of him for not being funny. But you being funny makes me funnier.
Deep down, she knows how funny I am. So
Nice. I love it. We love you guys. If you're watching at home, if you're joining us at home, put "this is fun" in the comments, and a hashtag if you're after party, if you're joining us for the after party. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had fun. And for everybody at home, I'm Daniel Robertson. I do mediation and conflict resolution services, and use social media to teach conflict resolution skills. My passion is to create more peace in this world. So if you like that, find me on your favorite social media platform at Daniel Robertson online, and get some good content out there. And you can find my website at danielrobertson.com. Thank you for joining our episode number 2 of Marriage Bonanza.
Thanks, Daniel.
thanks, Daniel.